country where women might be taller than you and still confidently ask you to join them for a late-night walk along peaceful canals. A place where people live below sea level but enjoy one of the happiest lives in Europe. A land with more bicycles than residence coffee as intense as a Paris love story. And sunsets best viewed from a floating library. Welcome to the Netherlands, a nation of creativity, liberty, and remarkable charm. All these wonders will appear in our travel documentary. Let's begin your adventure to discover life in the Netherlands. When you first arrive in the Netherlands, you will quickly notice something unusual. Everything lies below sea level, yet people here live with a spirit that feels sky-high. Located in northwestern Europe, the Netherlands is a compact but proud country, covering around 16,000 square miles, similar in size to Maryland. Despite its size, it stands as a leader in high-tech farming and innovative city design. Nearly 60% of the Netherlands sits below sea level. But through advanced dike systems and world-class flood control, the Dutch have turned this challenge into a masterpiece of living with water. With a projected population of more than 3 million by 2025, the Netherlands ranks among the most densely populated countries on Earth. Its official name means lowland, a description that refers not to its people but to its geography. The Netherlands is known as one of the most open-minded countries in the world, where many laws reflect freedom and respect for personal choice. Since 2000, prostitution between consenting adults has been legal managed under clear regulations to protect both workers and clients. In 2015, a curious rule was introduced, allowing driving instructors to give lessons in exchange for sex, known as ride for a ride, but only when the student is over 18 years old. This spirit of freedom also extends to public spaces. In Amsterdam's Vondelpark, sex is permitted at night as long as people stay quiet. Keep the park clean and do not disturb anyone. During the day, however, such acts are considered inappropriate. In 2024, the country updated its legal definition of rape, removing the need for victims to prove the use of force or threats, emphasizing consent as the key factor. Public nudity is accepted within limits. Being topless or fully nude is allowed in specific places, but walking naked in the streets is not. Sex workers are required to carry registration cards which clients can verify before any transaction. The Netherlands also stands at the forefront of equality. It became the first nation in the world to legalize same-sex marriage in 2001, though homosexual relations had already been legal since 1811. These laws reflect not only tolerance but also the country's commitment to individual rights and social fairness. Is there any law that surprised you the most? Comment below and share your thoughts about the Dutch openness. The nudist beach at Bloemendaal aan Zee is not simply a clothing-free zone, but a reflection of Dutch culture that values openness and natural living through social nudity. Stretching about 1 kilometer, or roughly 6 miles. The nudist section is clearly marked between specific beach posts to distinguish it from the regular public area. Despite its unique nature, the beach remains calm and respectful, where visitors behave with care and understanding toward one another. It is a perfect destination for those who wish to sunbathe or enjoy the sea without the limits of clothing, offering a peaceful and natural experience that contrasts with the vibrant atmosphere of nearby beach clubs. If you love visiting free-spirited beaches like this Type 1 and share this video with your travel-loving friends, if you have ever walked through the stone-paved streets of Utrecht or along the quiet canals of Amsterdam, you may have been momentarily stopped by a tall woman passing by on her bicycle. With an average height of more than 5 feet 7 inches, Dutch women are known as the tallest in the world. They do not rely on high heels or flashy clothes. Most prefer jeans and cotton shirts, riding their bikes to work with a simple yet refined European style that feels both relaxed and timeless. Many American visitors are surprised by how independent women are in the Netherlands. Here they do not wait for men to pour their drinks or open doors. They take the initiative themselves. It is common for women to send the first message, invite someone out for coffee, and when it comes to a date sharing, the bill is normal. No one sees it as unusual because equality is a natural part of their culture, not a topic for debate. In this country, there is no need to show off with muscles, fancy cars, or smooth words. What women here truly value is clear thinking, honesty, and a sense of safety when they are with someone. At cultural festivals, you may still see women wearing traditional dresses and wooden shoes, symbols of their heritage. Yet behind those images is a generation of modern, confident women. In a land that lies below sea level but stands tall in spirit, they represent the strongest essence of the Netherlands. Comment yes if you want to know about the popular dating apps in the Netherlands that women actually use every day. Although the tulip is widely recognized as the national symbol of the Netherlands, it did not originally come from there. The flower first grew in the wild across Central Asia and was later cultivated by the Turks during the Ottoman Empire. Tulips arrived in the Netherlands toward the end of the 16th century and quickly became a prized luxury among the wealthy. This sparked a famous economic event known as tulip mania in the 1630s. During this time, the price of rare tulip bulbs rose to extreme levels. In some cases, a single bulb was worth more than a house. The trade turned into a wave of speculation, and when the bubble burst in 1637, many investors were left with heavy losses. Even after that financial collapse, the Netherlands took advantage of its fertile soil and advanced growing techniques to become the world's leading producer and exporter of tulips. Today, the flower remains one of the most recognizable symbols of the country. If you're passionate about inspiring cultural journeys like this, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to keep exploring the world's amazing beauty with me. The Dutch have a deep affection for the color orange, a national symbol of pride and unity. This connection comes from the Dutch royal family, the House of Orange-Nassau. In the 1600s, William of Orange, also called William the Silent, led the Dutch rebellion against Spanish rule, which resulted in the country's independence. His name and the color orange have since become powerful symbols of the nation. Dutch history and culture are filled with reminders of the House of Orange-Nassau. William received the French Principality of Orange, which gave the family its name. His leadership during the independence movement made him a national hero. Because of him, orange came to represent freedom, courage, and the spirit of the Dutch people. The color continues to stand for the monarchy and national unity through generations. Dutch festivals and public events show this love for orange everywhere. On April 27th, the birthday of King Willem-Alexander, known as King's Day, people across the country dress in orange paint their faces and wear orange accessories. Streets glow with orange lights while markets, concerts, and celebrations take place. Orange even appears in foods and drinks, from pastries to beverages, becoming a joyful part of the day. Sports are another place where this national color shines. At football matches, the Dutch national team wears bright orange jerseys and crowds fill the stands in matching outfits. This sea of color brings people together to cheer, celebrate, and share a sense of belonging. Beyond parties and games, orange is present in everyday Dutch life. It appears in logos, advertisements, public art, and street decorations. The color always reminds people of the nation's roots and the lasting legacy of the House of Orange-Nassau. The Netherlands is renowned for its commitment to environmental protection and its innovative solution to help wildlife crossings. These overpasses and tunnels allow animals to move safely across roads, reducing deaths and preserving biodiversity. Known locally as eco-ducks, they reconnect habitats divided by infrastructure and support healthier ecosystems. One remarkable example is Natuurbrug Krijlu, the world's longest wildlife bridge at 800 meters linking forests and meadows near Hilversum for deer, boars, and badgers. Another is the Voeste crossing in the Veluwe forest, which has significantly cut wildlife accidents. The country also builds smaller fauna passages for amphibians and small mammals, such as those under the A2 highway near Marsen, that protect rare species like the natterjack toad. Beyond saving lives, these crossings maintain genetic diversity and embody the Netherlands' vision of sustainable coexistence, showing that human progress and nature can thrive side by side. The idea of wildlife overpasses is amazing, isn't it? Comment below which country you think should adopt this model. The Dutch are the second biggest coffee drinkers in the world, just behind the Finns. But here, coffee is more than just a way to stay awake for work, like in the United States. It is part of daily social life. Coffee time, known as coffee tide, usually happens around 10 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon. If you were invited to someone's home, expect to be served only one cookie, even if a full box sits in front of you. This is not stinginess. It reflects the Dutch value of moderation and self-control, something Americans often joke about as the one cookie rule. You will understand this better when you visit a typical Dutch home. Windows are wide open, books are neatly arranged, and the host often enjoys coffee by the window. Many cafes have large street-facing windows without curtains letting you see inside, from the warm lights to people relaxing in simple clothes. The Dutch see this as a sign of openness and honesty. Nothing is hidden or exaggerated. Everything is balanced, from the amount of light to the way coffee and hospitality are shared. In the countryside, an old tradition called Koffie met Devon still exists. It is a weekly coffee gathering just for women. They bring homemade treats, sit around the kitchen table, and talk in the true Dutch style, direct, witty, and to the point. If you are a visitor walking past a cafe in Haarlem or Delft, do not be surprised if a local woman starts a friendly chat. In Dutch coffee culture, conversations begin easily and naturally. The most common drink is coffee, zwartstrong, black coffee served hot and without sugar. If you prefer something milder, ask for a koffie verkeerd, which means wrong coffee. Despite the name, it is actually the Dutch version of a latte with less foam and more milk, always enjoyed slowly and calmly. The Almeir flower auction, located in Almeir, the Netherlands, is one of the largest flower markets in the world and a key center for the global floral trade. Established in 1912, it plays an essential role in the flower supply chain, handling millions of blooms each day across more than 100,000 square meters. At Almeir, the auction process is fast and efficient. Growers from around the world bring their flowers and plants to the massive auction hall, where they are carefully sorted and displayed. The system used is called a Dutch auction, in which the price starts high and decreases until a buyer makes a bid. Thousands of deals happen every hour in this dynamic environment, with buyers competing in real time inside a large, busy auditorium. The Almeir flower auction has a major impact on the global floral industry. It serves as an important marketplace connecting wholesalers, retailers, and florists, ensuring that fresh flowers reach markets across Europe and beyond. The auction supports a wide network of growers and traders by speeding up distribution and promoting international trade, helping to secure the Netherlands' reputation as a world leader in floriculture. In the Netherlands, cycling is not a pastime but a way of life. With more than 23 million bicycles for 18 million residents, it is the only country in the world where bikes outnumber people. The Dutch ride not only to save money, but because cycling is part of a healthy, sustainable, and highly efficient lifestyle. There are over 35,000 kilometers of bike lanes connecting towns, cities, and rural areas across the nation. These paths are carefully maintained and often separated from motor traffic, making cycling both safe and convenient. The Dutch government has invested heavily in bike infrastructure, providing large parking areas for bicycles in city centers and creating traffic signals designed specifically for cyclists. It is an impressive achievement that highlights how central biking is to daily life. Laws and programs also help strengthen this cycling culture. The government offers tax benefits for purchasing bicycles and supports community sharing programs that let people borrow or rent bikes easily. Statistics clearly show how deeply rooted cycling is in the Dutch lifestyle. Around 27% of all trips in the country are made by bike, and about 42% of work commutes involve cycling. The flat landscape of the Netherlands makes biking easy and practical for nearly everyone. Dutch children are introduced to bicycles at an early age. Many start with balance bikes before moving on to standard bicycles. Schools include cycling lessons in their curriculum, teaching road safety and proper riding techniques. This early training helps explain the country's outstanding cycling skills and safety record, turning cycling into a lifelong habit for most citizens. If you love bicycles as much as the Dutch do, hit like to support a green and sustainable lifestyle. Amsterdam's charm is deeply tied to its canals, and one of the most iconic parts of this connection is the houseboat. These floating homes moored along the waterways vary in design, from simple converted barges to elegant floating houses, reflecting the personalities and tastes of their owners. They add to the city's visual beauty and stand as living symbols of Amsterdam's historic bond with water. Most houseboats are used as permanent residences and provide a peaceful alternative to traditional housing. Living on one allows residents to enjoy stunning canal views and immediate access to the water. Around the city, clusters of houseboats form small communities where neighbors share a friendly and close-knit lifestyle. However, life on a houseboat also has its challenges. Space is limited compared to standard homes, and regular maintenance is required to keep everything in good condition. Residents must also follow strict rules on waste disposal and water safety. Despite these challenges, many people find the experience rewarding. It offers a sense of freedom, a unique way of living. and the chance to be part of one of Amsterdam's most distinctive traditions. One of the most fascinating facts about the Netherlands is what many call the prison paradox. Because of a significant drop in crime rates and a justice system focused on rehabilitation, the country now has one of the lowest imprisonment rates in the world. In 2022, there were only about 54 inmates for every 100,000 people, leading to an unexpected problem: not enough prisoners. This decline forced the government to close many prisons. Between 2014 and 2016, 19 correctional facilities were shut down. To make good use of the remaining spaces and to keep jobs for prison workers, the government came up with an unusual idea: renting out prison space to other countries. As part of this plan, nations like Belgium and Norway began sending their prisoners to serve their sentences in Dutch prisons. Norway even paid millions of euros for the arrangement. This creative approach allowed the Netherlands to maintain its facilities and staff, while helping other countries facing overcrowded prisons. Some of the closed prisons found new purposes as well. They were converted into housing for refugees, high-end hotels, and community centers. These transformations reflect the Dutch focus on innovation and compassion in criminal justice, where rehabilitation and social value are placed above strict punishment. Giethoorn, often called the Venice of the Netherlands, is one of the most picturesque villages in the country. Located in the province of Overijssel, it stands out because there are almost no roads for cars. Instead, the village is built around a network of peaceful canals, stretching about 7.5 kilometers, connected by more than 170 wooden bridges. People in Giethoorn travel mainly by boat, and the most common type is the whisper boat, powered by an electric motor. These boats glide quietly through the water, keeping the village calm and free from the noise of cars and engines. The result is a tranquil and charming environment that feels like it belongs to another era. Giethoorn's origins go back to the 13th century, when its canals were dug for peat mining and transportation. Over time, the village evolved into a beloved tourist destination. Today, it attracts visitors from around the world with its fairy tale scenery, peaceful waterways, and relaxed rhythm of life that offers a glimpse of the Netherlands' timeless beauty. If you've ever dreamed of visiting Venice, you'll definitely fall in love with Giethoorn. Tag the friend you'd love to go boating here with. Dutch cuisine turns simple dishes into cultural celebrations. The best-known example is Gouda, the golden cheese that symbolizes Dutch pride. At the historic Alkmaar market, traders still wear white uniforms and weigh cheeses with wooden barrows and handheld scales, a tradition unchanged since the 1600s. Every June, coastal towns like Scheveningen host the Dutch New Herring Festival, where people enjoy freshly salted herring with onions and pickles, eaten by holding the fish by its tail, a festive start to summer. For a beloved snack, try patatje, oorlog war fries, thick fries topped with mayonnaise sauté sauce and ketchup, showing the country's multicultural flavor. No visit is complete without a stroopwafel, a caramel-filled waffle best enjoyed by resting it on a hot cup of coffee so the syrup melts just right. And finally, there's drop the salty licorice candy. The Dutch adore, though foreigners often need time to acquire the taste. How can a small, flat country that lies mostly below sea level become one of the most innovative economies in the world? The answer lies in its history, symbolized by the windmill. The windmills of Kinderdijk, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, are more than postcard images. They represent the Dutch mastery of water management, a skill developed over 7 centuries. Instead of surrendering to the sea, the Dutch learned to control it with wind power. That same spirit lives on today in modern wind turbines scattered across the landscape, generating nearly half of the nation's renewable energy. In the Netherlands, the wind is not just blowing. It is working. The country is now the world's second largest exporter of agricultural products, just behind the United States, even though it is smaller than West Virginia. This achievement comes from advanced greenhouse systems equipped with smart technology that automatically adjusts light temperature and water levels for different crops. As a result, nearly 1/3 of Europe's fruits and vegetables are grown in the Netherlands, where science and agriculture work hand in hand. The Netherlands also attracts strong interest from international investors, particularly because of its modern logistics and transportation systems. The Port of Rotterdam, the largest in Europe, uses artificial intelligence and drone networks to monitor every container and streamline trade. Rather than showing off its wealth, the Netherlands invests in sustainability and efficiency. This balanced approach has helped it remain one of the world's most successful economies, consistently ranking among the top 20 countries for innovation, GDP, and quality of life. The Netherlands is more than windmills, tulips, or canals. It is a country that teaches the world how to live freely, think creatively, and stay connected to nature while moving forward with innovation. From the tallest women cycling gracefully through cobbled streets to the quiet beauty of Giethoorn's waterways, every corner of this country reveals a new lesson about balance between tradition and modernity, freedom and responsibility, progress and peace. If this journey through the Netherlands has inspired you, imagine how many other amazing stories the world still holds. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell to keep exploring the world with us. Comment below what surprised you most about life in the Netherlands. And if you believe more people should see the beauty of this remarkable nation, share this video with your friends who love culture, travel, and adventure. Let's keep exploring together, one country, one story, one unforgettable journey at a time.